Hi, welcome to Dave's Demos. My name's Dave Lloyd, and I'm going to take you through a little bit of a demo in VSTS today. Let's get going. All right, so today in Dave's Demos, we're going to talk about external vendors. So in VSTS, sometimes, actually, I get quite a few customers who ask me this. They say, I got an external vendor, and I'd like to be able to give them a backlog or assign work items to them, and I want them to be able to see the work items, but I don't want them nosing around in all my other stuff. So I want to give them access to my VSTS. I want them to see their assigned work, any tasks or user stories or bugs that I assign to them, but that's all I want them to see. So how do I do that? Okay, so let's jump over into VSTS. I'm going to just go into my Parts Unlimited project that I've got here, and I'm going to show you how to set it up so that an external vendor can access stuff, but only what I want them to see. So first of all, I'm going to jump into security for my team project, and you'll notice I've actually pre-set up some of this. So I've got a team here called external vendor. Now, it doesn't have to be a team. It could just be a VSTS group, but if you want them to have their own backlog and everything, then you might as well take advantage of team and set them up as a team. Like I said, if they don't need to have a backlog, but you just want to have work items that you can assign to them, then you can just make it a group. So the external vendor, right now, no members in there, but that's okay. I'm going to add one in a minute, and we'll take a look at what that looks like. Now, on the project, I'm going to go over to the Work tab in the Control Panel, and I'm going to go to Areas, and I just want to show you what I've done in here. So under my Parts Unlimited, or the root of my areas, if I go to the ellipsis and hit Security, and then go down and pick External Vendors. So I've added external vendors to this list, and I've denied them access to everything. So you can see they don't have access to anything under Parts Unlimited. So that means no work items. They don't see any work items at all. Now, if I go and look at DB, or the database team security, you'll notice this just carries on through because that deny is inherited, right? And the same would hold true for web and external vendor as well. But then inside the external vendor area, I've said, well, they're allowed to edit work items in this node and view work items in this node. So as long as the work item has external vendor area path or anything under it, then anybody in the external vendor team will be able to see that work item. Now, if we jump back out to our backlogs for a minute, let me just show you what it looks like for. So you can see I've got all kinds of work items in here, and I can see it looks like everything. You'll notice too, under the area path, 2 of these are set to be external vendor. Well, if I go back into security, and I go to my external vendor team and I add myself as a member and save that. So now I've been added to the external vendor team. Therefore, the area path rules that I've set up, or security rules that I've set up, will now apply. And if I go back to my backlog, you'll see the only 2 things I can see in the backlog are the 2 external vendor. I can't see any of the other work items. And that's a nice, easy way, using area path, to secure work items from external vendors, but still allowing them into your VSTS so that they can do, you can assign work to them. So that's it for today. Thanks for coming and hanging out with Dave's Demos, and I'll see you again soon.